Yeah, so plug it in. Okay. Fucking. Hi, guys. I am back, and we are on chapter 56. Here we go. Last year, I was dating this one guy. Let's call him Sausage. We dated for like 5 months and yet never did the bad things. He says we should wait for the... Oh, hold on. He says we should wait for the perfect time. But man, I need to do the bad things ASAP. One day when I was taking a walk to the park with my bestie's cousin came to get her, and oh my day, he is yummy. I could just eat him. Let's call him Horsey. So he's a Tongan. My bestie had to use the toilet and me and Horsey were alone. We talked and I ended up finding out he was single. He then added me on Instagram and we started chatting. On the same day, Sausage texted me to come over because it was time to do the bad things. My stupid ass went, and man, it was a mistake. He was so bad doing the bad things, I didn't even last 3 minutes in bed. I got home and was like, what the hell was that? Fast forward to the next week, my bestie had a sleepover at her house because her parents were out. Horsey was there. After everyone drank their asses off, me and Horsey were the only ones awake. Me and Horsey went to my bestie's bedroom and did the bad things. And after like 6 rounds, I couldn't move, stand, sit, or even poop. Did I mention he was Tongan and Sausage was Samoan? I think the name Horsey gave it away. But 6 rounds? After that night, I would meet up with him every week. Soon, Sausage was catching up and he found us in my room doing the bad things. Was I sad? No. I was so happy. Now I am still dating the Tongan guy. But tell me why when we had our family reunion, Sausage was there. Well, lucky we didn't do more of the bad things. And FYI, this happened last year. Now me and the Tongan guy are still together. He's in New Zealand and I'm stuck in Samoa. So you were related to Sausage. Next one. 2 years ago, I was going through a breakup of 4 years with my first sweetheart. I started talking to guys again and I came across someone on TikTok. He stays in Wellington and I live in Auckland. We started talking until he asked for my Instagram. We then started talking every day. Kamalua was such a sweetheart and so well-mannered. I actually thank the Lord for his parents because they raised such a respectful man. And after 5 months of talking, he asked me out. I just said yes because I loved the attention I was getting. Oh, okay. Amber Heard. He had asked and begged me to fly down to see him, and I would never waste a penny on a man, so I kept making excuses. Keep in mind, we are still long distance. I feel like this is going to be good. A day after agreeing to date him, he started changing his ways. 3 weeks later, he changed the way he was. He became so aggressive and toxic, showing me the real him. We had an argument over the phone, so he hung up and I got into another call. The next morning, I get a long paragraph from his partner, baby mama, full on heartbroken because apparently he has been cheating on her multiple times and she was his 4th baby mama, which left me wondering if he was trying to add me to his baby mama club. Is his name Nick Cannon? I felt bad for her, so I thought of a way to make him angry. He called me that night and acted like nothing happened. So we got into another argument and he said he was going to block me. But in my world, no one blocks me. I block them. Oh, so I lied and told him I booked a flight to Wellington to go see him. He didn't believe me. So what did I do? I made a fake Jetstar Gmail, sent myself a confirmation email of my flight, attached someone's flight ticket and sent it to myself. He was dumb enough to believe me, so he started being all kind. Lea mea overstayer. I landed in Wellington and got him to drive for hours and hours chasing me, and he even sent me money for food. So he spent 3 days chasing me around Wellington. Meanwhile, I was in Auckland relaxing at home eating maonga with the money he sent me. And that is how you play the game. Next one. In high school, I played in the senior boys volleyball team and we went to nationals, which was held in New Plymouth. Bro, I lived for the volleyball nationals when I was in high school, okay? Only for the socials. While we were there, I met a girl. Let's call her Sally. Sally played for another Auckland high school, but I had actually met Sally earlier that year at a youth rally held in Mangere. While we had downtime during the tournament, I really got to know her in more ways than one, and we connected. She was my first true love. Booyah. Over the years before we actually separated and settled down, we were on and off, lasting 2 to 3 months at a time. After a while, we both settled down. Fast forward 25 years later. Sorry? 25 years later? 5 weeks ago, I was at the Otara flea market shopping with my wife and kids. And as we walked through the vegetable and fruits aisle, I hear this voice behind me. I turned and it was Sally. We talked and she introduced her family and I did the same. After 4 minutes or so, we all moved on, but I couldn't stop thinking of Sally. Just as we were finishing our shopping, I told my wife I wanted to check something and then they should go to the pizza place for lunch. Oh my God. I didn't know where I was going, but I was hoping I would at least see Sally one more time. As I walked slowly through the clothes aisle, I could see her and her family up ahead coming towards me, and they had stopped at another store. Sally's husband was talking with the storekeeper, while Sally was just looking around, not really paying attention. I stopped and just stared at her. I could see her eyes moving across the crowd until it got to me. She stopped and we locked eyes. Man, did I get weak at the knees. It was like we were talking with our eyes. Can you give me a sample how you talk with your eyes? Or were you like... I turned my head and looked at the abandoned MIT building, then back at Sally, with Sally confirming with a nod. I carried on walking and walked past her, and I heard her tell her husband she was going back to get some oranges and she'll meet them at the car. I walked through the MIT gates and waited at the corner of the building just long enough for Sally to see the direction she needed to come to. I walked around the building and found an old stairway that goes to an underground classroom. The door was locked, so I waited for Sally. I could hear her shoes at the top of the concrete stairs as she walked down. We said hi again and we kissed. We both knew we had to be quick. Quick and what? You guys are married. So she gave me a quick sucky and we finished by me ngauluing her from behind like my life depended on it. Sir, this was so much easier in our 20s. When we finished, we both tidied up our clothes, kissed, and she walked out first while I waited 5 minutes before doing the same. We have met here every Saturday since. We almost got caught last week. As I walked out, Sally was talking to her son, and he was asking where she had been because they had been looking for her. I quickly walked past and I just said, Malo, wa, levanga ko wa mai. That's it. Someone needs to go to MIT on Saturdays and record who these people are. What if it's your parents?